things. Hello, hello, hello. MJ here. Um, Beautiful Saturday, sitting out here reading. You made a fool of death with your beauty. Cannot say the author's name. I have a hard time pronouncing it. I think she's a Nigerian author. Anyways, I picked this book up in all these several months ago, but that is not the point of this video. Oh man, this storyline is crazy, for one. But there is a theme that runs through that I know all too well, and it's regarding grief. And the main character in this particular scene is on the phone with one of her friends. Oh man, and I'm gonna read this particular passage because it just hit home for me, like hit me to my core. She was telling her friend, maybe you don't get what it's like to be alone in a particular way, when the person you thought you spend the rest of your life with is gone, like gone forever. But I always feel alone. And that hit me because I'm a widow, and I have been for about 7.5 years now. And I actually had, I've been feeling pretty sucky the last couple of days. Not for any particular reason. It's just like a wave of grief that hit me, and that's common. You know, it hits when it hits. You just have to ride the wave. But even when you're with people who love you and care about you and willing to support you, and you're venting to them or just pouring your heart out, nobody really knows what it's like to be alone in that way. And that resonates so deeply with me, is because you could be in a room full of people and still feel alone. You know, I've been able to do many wonderful things and kept living, and my life has changed, and I've grown, and I've had to raise children on my own, manage the house on my own, just cars, bills, everything on my own. And obviously I'm capable. But just to have somebody to do life with, to do those things with, to have a thinking partner, to somebody to just be there with you, man, it just hit differently. To see that reflected accurately, actually, in a story, because what I find is a lot of times when people write about grief or incorporate that into the theme of a book, it's not always done well. Not in my opinion, having walked through it. It's always done from this perspective of, let's hurry up and get you through it, or let's try to not comfort you through it, but let's try to fix you through it, or when is it going to be over, or why are you stuck in it, etc., etc. And those things like that do not accurately depict grief, the process that it is and what it does to you, to lose someone that meant that much to you, and that you literally planned to spend the rest of your life with, raise your family. You had dreams and goals and a vision, and just to have all that ripped apart, not because y'all didn't like each other, didn't get along, but just because they died. Like, they're no longer here and they'll never come back. Man, I don't know. I just wanted to share because I just truly feel seen with how grief has been handled in this story altogether. Now, the main character, sometimes maybe she handles it a little destructively. Not destructively, but I guess she's taking more risks than I would, but I have taken quite a few, and I have probably done some things in my grief that's like, okay, girl, why are you doing this? It's just a part of the process. I don't know. I just feel seen and heard. And this is probably the first time I've read a book with grief in it since I read Devine's It's Okay That You're Not Okay, that I've actually felt seen in the grief. On top of losing the one you love and you had planned to spend your life with, there's another level of loneliness on top of that nobody really gets it. What it's like, what it feels like, how it shatters you, your heart, what it does to you physically. Yeah, I'd say it's been a struggle. If people ask me how I'm doing. Some days I'm okay and some days I'm not. And that's just a true reality of how I feel some days, where I'm at. Even as I continue to live and enjoy my life, enjoy my children, that level of pain and deep sadness, deep loneliness, or aloneness, you just feel it in your bones. I feel like it's something that never really goes away completely. It just changes, and it just reshapes itself as you grow, adjust, change, ride the waves of it. You become more of an expert. I guess it's almost like being a surfer. You just get better at it. And I always like to say that grief is just evidence that you loved someone deeply. And that is a really freeing thought and concept. And it's not something that nobody needs to fix you about or needs to take from you or wish you didn't have. No. I'm grateful that it's there because it's a signal to me that I love deeply and dearly, that I'm in touch with my heart and my feelings. So to those who are grieving, oh man, I just want to say I see you, I feel you, and I get it. And to those who support someone that's grieving, or try to be a friend or comfort to someone that may be grieving, just be there in that. There is no fixing, no saving, no taking the pain away, none of that. Leave that part alone and just be there for them, and just hold them in that, even if it feels uncomfortable to hold that pain. There's no denying it, and it's not going anywhere. Yeah, so I hope this encourages you and helps you. Talk to you later. Bye.